Hey buddy, Larcenies here, and welcome to a new segment of mine. I'm not sure how often I'm going to do this, but I just want to see if the vibe is good or not. So what I'm doing today, if you guys are curious, is I'm going to show you 10 games. Not in no particular order, not no top 10 games to get, but Steam normally does a sale, like they normally do, every so often. And this one's the summer picnic sale, which lasts until Independence Day, which is a Monday. Which means if you're watching this, you have 1 week to get any of these 10 games I'm showing you at a very, very good low price. Now, as I said, all these games these are all mixtures of indie and AAA games. These are not all games that you know of. Maybe these are you might know all these games, you might not. Some games speak to certain people, some games don't. It just happens. Granted, there's a lot of games on sale. I'm talking about there's a lot of Fallouts, there's a lot of Witchers, there's GTAs, there's a lot of games out there. There's like less than $5 and more. But these games stand out the most because these are like some really good games, and maybe some games that people never heard of that I think deserve a little shine into the YouTube audience. Like I said before, depending on how you guys react to this, I might do more of this depending on when Steam does like really big sales. I'm talking about there's like maybe thousands of games in here, and I look through for like a few minutes, like maybe like I was probably here for like 20 minutes looking for games that really stand out, like, and there's just games that just look good. So let's begin with one game in particular, one game that's still in early access that I'm pretty big fan of. This game is called The Long Dark. Now, some of these games I'm going to show you I never played. I've seen Let's Plays of it. It looks fun, looks entertaining, and this is a unique mechanic. So what the hell is The Long Dark, if you guys are wondering? It's like a mini breakdown if you guys are curious. So Lone Dark is, while I'm showing you the pictures really fast, is a survival game where you're in first person mode and you're traveling through a certain canvas that you pick. I think you have like 3 or 4 choices, and it's still in early access, so they might be more when you get the game, if you do decide to get it by the time the game is fully released. But if you decide to get it before Monday, like in the time of a sale, which if you guys are curious, it costs $6.79. And if you guys are curious what kind of game is this, is a first-person survival game where you walk around the open world settings and you try to survive pretty much from the harsh winter. So you try to find somewhere to find shelter in. You break wood to make food. To make a fire. You try to get food so that way you don't starve to death. I'm talking about this game is really in depth. I'm talking about they have hypothermia. You can they have calorie counts. So say for instance, there's like a big log. You can actually break it down, but if you want to break it down faster, it burns down some of your calorie, which is going to make you hungrier as you progress. And there's enemies that you can fight, not like no creepy zombies or anything like that. It's like wolves, deer, maybe some other, like a bear, maybe, and some other Mother Nature stuff. So it's an interesting game. It's really fun. Not for everyone, granted, but I wanted to show this game because, like I said, it's a good price right now compared to this $20 asking price, which I'm not saying it's not worth $20, but if you're like me, you want to save some money and get a good game, The Long Dark is one that I say for that stands out a lot. Now this one, I don't think this really needs much words, but I still have to show you, and it's called The Stick of Truth. South Park Stick of Truth. Now granted, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have played this game. If not, this game was on when the PS3 and the Xbox One was there. And if you guys are curious about the game, it's a turn-based action RPG. A turn-based RPG. Very good game. Graphics looks just like this cartoon. Action price is amazing. It's $7.50 compared to his $30 action price, which is still worth the $30. I just want to say that right now. It is worth $30, right? Hands down, no questions asked. It is worth $30. But if you want to save some money and get a really good RPG that's heavy on comedy, has some interesting dialogue, funny, and this is all out good, and especially since they're making a sequel Probably not coming out until like maybe next year, but at least if you guys never played Stick or Truth, you can at least play it for PC for $7.50, which is really good. I think the game is worth it, and is a no-brainer. On top of it, they got some cool classes. Cartman's funny as hell, and this is epic. I love this game so much, and I think this game, if you never played it when you had a PS3 or Xbox Xbox 360, maybe you should, if you have a computer, maybe you should look into getting Stick of Truth. So another game that, you know, is another AAA game that a lot of people loved, a lot of people liked, is the Dying Light. And now the reason why I'm showing you this game is because this one's the following edition, which is pretty much the one with every DLC mixed in together, and this is $30 compared to a $60 price tag. That is amazing. This game is fun. Yes, granted, it's an open world zombie killer game, just like a lot of games, but this game is fun. It's challenging. It is entertaining. Has very good parkour elements, and that the drop kick that you get once you level up is just fucking so satisfying to do towards zombies. And this game is extremely fun for its $30 action price. Granted, it's a little pricey, and it might get down if you decide to wait for another deep sale, but it is worth the $30. I want you to let you know. And keep in mind, this comes with every DLC that the Dying Light comes with. Every single DLC will be in this package, so you don't have to worry about buying all these separate DLCs that's right here, because it's all right in here for $30. I think it's worth it. It's a good way to relieve your stress, and it's a good way to, like, I like this game because when you feel weak, you are weak, but then when you become so much stronger than anything else, it just becomes it's just so amazing. I recommend that game highly, man. Now another game that I'm gonna recommend is a game that, again, I haven't played this one, but I seen a lot of Let's Plays of it, and it's really fun, where pretty much is just you building a prison. So if you ever want to hold people hostage, rename them like Oberlord and Kaiser, and put them as, you know, little prisoners as you subject their fate, and maybe get them shanked, maybe become a snitch for them, and you make a prison. And it's, you know, sounds boring, but it's a lot of micromanaging. It's a lot of fun. Like, look how much prisoners you can get, and you're the warden, and you're just trying to build a safe and a good prison, so that way when it's time, you can just cash out and get a lot of money. So that way you can make a really, really good prison. It's a really fun game, really cool. It's not for everyone. Granted, it's very heavy on story based, but it's a very good strategy game with a good managing system that you could get like these guards and they could get killed, and it's just crazy. This game is just a really good game for its asking price of $7.50. I think it's worth it. And it's definitely worth a look. If you guys are, you know, you want to feel like you're empowered and you want to have people enslaved of you. It's really, really cool. Very good game. Now another game that a lot of people don't know about, and I want to show people because this game, I saw it, I was like, yo, this game looks fucking awesome, and it is really good. It's a weird mechanic of a fighting game, and this is called Lethal Leagues. And Lethal Leagues is pretty much a fighting game that you pick a character, and they'll have some type of blunt object that you, instead of fighting like kind of like in Street Fighter or Blaze Blue or something like that, you're hitting a baseball, and you're trying to hit it towards the enemy and trying to hit them to kill them, and then they're trying to do the same thing. So it's kind of like volleyball in a more violent setting. I'm talking about this ball can get seriously fast. The music is really good, and it's just so cool. Like the way that you like, it's a really good game for its asking price. I'm talking about it's $4.75, and this game is really, really fun. If you do decide to get it, they have other packs. It's still pretty good for its price asking. I do recommend this game. It's really cool looking. I never played it, but it's really fun, and it's just so fun. It's just so rewarding, just watching the ball fly in so rapid pace. Like I said, this game is really cool. If you're into the slightly, I don't want to call it a fighting game because it's not like you're punching and kicking. It's more like you're just hitting the ball, but it's just really cool. It's really cool. You guys should just check that out. So now another game I actually do own and played a little bit. It's called Rampage Nights. Now this one's a roguelike beat 'em up RPG, beat 'em up type of game, dungeon crawler, where you go into a dungeon. You have these cool combos, and it's kind of like it's Isaac with some beat 'em up system. So you pick up items, you get some cool abilities, and if you die, you come back as a ghost unless your friend can revive you, doing 1 damage, and then if you do die officially, then you come back to the new run. But the new run will have some new items, so it's kind of like Isaac, that everyone's gonna be somewhat different, and so it has some really cool combos. I'm talking about air combos, punch, ground pound. You can spin them around, circle them around. It's a really cool game for its asking price. As I said, I do own this game, and it's for $6. It's really good. It's not a great sale. It's not like a super sale, but it is really good for its asking price. Do recommend looking into that game if you guys are curious. Now another game I do recommend. It's a AAA publisher, but an indie person who made it. It's called Child of Light, and the reason why I recommend this game is because it reminds me so much of a JRPG. Honestly, like it reminds me of Grandia 3 when I used to play it. With the way the combat is, with its with its cool timing mechanics, that if you hit them before they attack you, you can reset their attacks, and then they don't attack you. Like right here, you have a wait system, and then you can just hit them, and if they're about to hit you, you hit them before they hit you, and they get sent back, and it's really rewarding when you do stuff like that. It's a really cool game, very good story, turn-based. Very fun game, cool classes. I do highly recommend this game at asking price of $3.75. It is like pretty much a steal for a game that is really good. Granted, it's not that long, but it's really, 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 really good. It's very entertaining to watch it unfold and just play the game in all hell of fun. Now this game is called Rogue Legacy. And this game got me into the whole roguelike gameplays. Before Isaac, before certain games, I played this game and another game which I'm gonna show in a few minutes. This game is the original traditional platformer with roguelike elements. I'm talking about, and not no common roguelike like Isaac that you get new items. No, this one has classes. I'm talking about you can be a paladin, a knight, a dragon slayer. You could be a Hokage, and granted, sounds cool, right? Yeah, you can be all that stuff. And on top of it, as an added bonus, you get some cool advantages and disadvantages. Like sometimes your character will be super short. Sometimes your character will be super big. Sometimes your character will be walking backwards. Sometimes the game will just be in black and white. Sometimes you'll be nearsighted. You'll be farsighted. You know, they have so much. You'll be dyslexic. You'll be it's just so crazy how many different types of versions you could play as you build your castle and get your character stronger. It's a very good, fun roguelike game for $3. It is fun. It's a good deal, and it's just fun to play as handoff. Very entertaining game. Now another game that I actually enjoyed, and I showed my friend Albaloid this game. It's called Hand of Fate. Hand of Fate is like a card-based game that you make your card deck, and then this gentleman right here that you can see in the background, he plays it out for you. So it's kind of weird. He kind of gives you, it's kind of like you're making a deck for your dungeon. So you make a dungeon crawler. So you play your cards, and then you play as is, and then you get some cool materials. You get like armor, you get health, you get magic, and then when you get into specific cards and events, you get into this action RPG, and it's really cool. Cool looking graphics. They're also making a sequel to this game. It's a roguelike game. It's really cool. It shows you how many enemies you fight. So sometimes you'll fight 4, sometimes you'll fight 15, and it's just a really cool game for its asking price of $7.50 from $21. It's a really cool game. If you don't have this game for PS4 or Xbox One, I do recommend getting this game. It's on Steam for a good sale, and it's really cool to play. And like I said, all these games I'm showing you, it's not in order. This is all games that was on sale, and I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. This is a really good price for something that they're asking for. And then last but not least, it's Spelunky. Probably one of the most original roguelike games. Probably came before Isaac, and it's pretty much a mixture of Indiana Jones and Mario. It's a typical dungeon crawler. You have, I think, like 6 or 7 levels to go in, and this game is hard as fuck. It looks cute, it looks pretty, but this game will beat your ass. I'm talking about, I played this game for hours, days. I have a lot of hours in this game and have never beaten it. I'm talking about, I have thousands of deaths and I never beat this game. One, because I stopped playing it, so kind of that's one reason. But two, just because the game is just hard. And it's really fun though. It's a really fun roguelike game. Every time you play the game, the map is always different. The segments of the maps is not different. So you're always gonna go caves, jungle, ice board, mummy, and extra boards that you get as you progress. But this is a really fun action platformer. Really fun for its asking price of $3. I'm talking about, this game is a steal. Very fun game. Very old game, but it's still very pretty to look at. Very hard. If you never played this game, you will die a lot. You will die a lot. And you will die a lot. And this is no exaggeration. You will die. This game is difficult. I've seen hundreds of Let's Plays, and they just die a lot sometimes. You do eventually get better as you progress, and you will beat the game over and over again, but this game eventually will kill you at some point or the next. But that's mostly the top 10, not top 10, but 10 games that maybe you guys want to look at. You know, like I said, this is all on PC. This is not for PS4, unfortunately. These sales are on PC. Granted, there's more sales. There's probably cheaper sales. There are games cheaper than the ones I showed you. But for the asking prices of what they're showing you, I think these 10 stand out a lot. Like, all these games are very fun. It's worth the money. You'll have your time investment. And like I said, guys, I don't know if I'm going to do segments like this often, but I really would like to see what you guys think in the comments below. If you do like it, hit the like button. Keep in mind, this sale is going to last only for a week, because you're going to see this Monday. So this is only going to last for a week. So if you do see a game that you're interested in that 10 list, I do recommend getting it as soon as possible, because they will cancel it out. But till then, guys, I'll see you next.